Happy Tuesday, everyone, as Bitcoin, along with the entire crypto market, is pumping on some juicy ETF news. But this ETF news is a little bit different, and that's why the market is rallying. We also have a private meeting going on today, which could really determine the future of crypto. But it's private, though. Come on now. And delistings, yes, normally they're a bad thing. But in this case, today, we're going to talk about delistings being a good thing. Juicy goodness, everyone. Let's give it a golf clap because this is a great way to start a Tuesday. Lee starts us off that says, always selling for many reasons starting next month, mainly to pay taxes. We're talking about the fourth quarter, people needing cash, having to sell, not just cryptos, just things in general. Because if money's tight, people are going to need to sell to get money. The market's green, so will people be selling into the profit? Jeremy Touche drops a super donation onto the channel for 50. Jeremy says, I continue to learn and grow watching this channel. Thank you for all your hard work keeping us informed and safe. Klaus, you're very welcome, Jeremy, and thank you so much for the massive support of the channel this October. It is not going unnoticed. A lot of people have been telling me, say thank you to Jeremy for me. So everyone out there told me, Jeremy, thank you for all the viewers. Let's keep the learning going. Ooh, she's green. Yes, this is exciting. Will it last, though? Bitcoin sitting at 34,279, up 11%. ETH 1821, up 8%. XRP 57.6. XLM not moving as much, but 11.8. That's still good, though. Crypto delistings from exchanges are already running at a record pace here. Yeah, okay, look. You're going to get a bunch of delistings regarding regs. But a bunch of delistings are also about liquidity-based issues. And if cryptos aren't generating enough liquidity, it's expensive for the exchange and for you. Why for you? Because then you can't get the best rates because there's just not enough liquidity there. So yes, a lot of exchanges are delisting due to regulatory concerns, but a lot of them are delisting because there's no money to be made. So imagine if you would, we're hanging out, we're going to the supermarket, the crypto shopping supermarket. And we're sitting there and we've got money and we're like, yo, we want to spend. But we look at the shelf and we see 1.8 million different offerings. And you're like, Klaus, what the f are you talking about 1.8 million offerings? Trading volume on most exchanges has plummeted in the past year, even as the number of tokens has continued to multiply, with more than 1.8 million tokens listed on centralized and decentralized exchanges. Okay, so like I said, we're shopping for crypto. 1.8 million cryptos on this aisle. But what if a whole bunch of them out there, like 99.9% of them, don't do crap? What about a bunch of them out there, they don't have liquidity, so you could buy and maybe not sell at a good price? And you got a bunch of them out there that are just zombies. So now if that supermarket owner is like, yo, a lot of people aren't buying a whole bunch of these products, let's remove them off the shelves and let's just leave the shelves containing the products that you love. That's what's happening here. So it's not just security-based stuff, right? Securities violations with the SEC. It's also making sure that the user has the right products in front of their face. Coinbase and Binance have dropped more than 100 tokens this month alone. In fact, Coinbase delisted 80 pairs in October, more than any other month this year and the most since 2021. Exchange OKX has already delisted 172 tokens. All right, cool. Now, as liquidity drained from the crypto market of a series of scandals and bankruptcies such as FTX, many exchanges moved to consolidate it among trading pairs that are more popular with users. Listen to this. This is from Jacob Joseph, an analyst. Eliminating fragmented liquidity offers a better trading experience to the users by reducing the spread and slippage costs. And that's what I'm telling you. So it's actually a good thing that some of these are being delisted. Now, when they're delisted because of the SEC, that's probably not the best thing for us because we're crypto fans. But when they're delisting it to give us better prices because they don't want slippage, because liquidity is an issue, oh, I like that. Bitcoin hits year high as BlackRock ETF sparks optimism. Now, there's something a little different with the BlackRock ETF. This is where the learning comes in. So, Jeremy, if you're listening, I'm sure you are. You like watch every video, my good man. This is why this pump is a little different. Because we've heard about several ETF pumps before, and yeah, they've garnered some attention, but they really haven't, like, set things off. A potential game changer in this situation is BlackRock's proposed iShares Bitcoin Trust. The firm recently filed an amended S1 registration with the SEC, and that's my point I was bringing up a couple days ago. As the SEC rejects this stuff, these companies go back and they're like, okay, cool, let's just fix this, and this. Done. Then they resubmit it. So sooner or later, the SEC is not going to have anything to complain about, indicating that an initial seed capital investor would purchase fund shares this October. That's the big key. That they are starting the purchasing to set it up this October. This move to spark speculation about imminent operations and favorable regulatory decisions. If successful, it could spur other companies to launch their own ETFs, increasing Bitcoin demand price further. So now, as this company, BlackRock, is like, yo, we're going to start seeding this bad boy, other people are like, well, you know what? Maybe the risk is okay. Maybe we can make some money on this action, because they're seeing how just this ETF action is drumming up oomph, right? Drumming up popularity, drumming up buzz. Companies want to make money. We just talked about with one of our posts earlier, making money in the fourth quarter. So if companies out there are like, yo, we can make legit money on BTC ETFs, they're going to throw their ring in the hat too. So now if all these companies start pre-funding their BTC ETFs, oh, that's going to put some mighty juicy pressure onto BTC, isn't it? Yes, it is, and that's why this one is so different. That's why it's popping up the entire crypto market with it. Now, granted, some of them are pumping more than others. Some of them, very, very little movement. But it's pulling up the entire market with it. And that's key. And it all has to do with them saying, you know what? We're going to start funding it this October. Secret meeting. Yes, secret meeting happening right now. Big for crypto. What is it? House Speaker. House Speaker vote live updates. Republicans to vote today on new nominee. Okay, today you will not be able to see anything. I'm going to try. See how they said there's no session right here? I'm going to see if they play it. I doubt it, because they said they were going to be private. What ends up happening today is you had 8 people. And you were like, Klaus, 8, what are you talking about? Well, one person dropped out, so now we have 7. You have 7 people today, and what they're going to do is they're going to pitch their ideas. They're going to pitch their ideas, say what their plans are, what they propose to uphold, stuff like that. And then these people are going to vote on them. The person that has the least amount of votes will get off. It's like Survivor or something like that, right? Survivor of Congress, of the House. So basically what happens is during this meeting, these people are going to propose what all their things are. There's going to be some votes. Now, what's interesting about this is one of our big pro-crypto people is actually part of this. The 7 candidates are Representative Tom Emmer. Yes, we love Tom Emmer of Minnesota for crypto. Now, I get it. Some of these people have other things outside of crypto that maybe they don't do such a good job on. But we're talking crypto in this channel. That's why crypto with Klaus, not every damn thing other with Klaus. So here are those 7 candidates. You got Gary Palmer, who dropped out. So that leaves us with Emmer, Kevin Hearn, Jack Bergman, Byron Donalds. Byron Donalds, another good one. Mike Johnson, Austin Scott, and Pete Sessions of Texas. According to the rules of the Republican conference, once candidates are nominated in alphabetical order, if none of the candidates win a majority of the vote, the candidate who receives the lowest number of votes will be dropped from the ballot next round. Voting will continue until one candidate receives the majority. Now, this is a good thing. Why? Because Tom Emmer. If Tom Emmer gets it, you're definitely going to have way more pro-crypto action. The bad part is this last sentence right here. The inability of the GOP conference to elect a speaker has paralyzed conference, rendering it unable to pass any legislation to address numerous domestic and foreign crises. That's actually a very good point. So as they're trying to figure out who's going to be new Speaker of the House, pretty much the House just stops working. All the subcommittees are like, yo, we got to vote on all the Speaker of the House crap. We can't do anything. So you've got Middle East conflict. You've got Russia-Ukraine conflict. You've also got government financial shutdown. So yes, I understand, be excited that the markets agreed. Bet your ass. I might even have a drink today, even though it's training season, everyone. But seriously, this is room to celebrate. But will it be room to celebrate if they keep delaying stuff? Because then there's no action or time left for legislative matters, which that could put a big hamper on us. That's why I love the pump. I'm just watching the news on the forefront to see if she starts breaking. Let's keep learning, because we're having some fun this morning, aren't we? Federal Reserve, Jerome Powell says there's no evidence that monetary policy is too tight. Okay, no, this is very important too. Why? Because at the end of this month, October 31st and November 1st, Jerome Powell and the Fed meet. Now, guaranteeing you they're going to take a break. Now, look, I know I can't guarantee it because I'm not Jerome Powell and the Fed, but I'm 99.99% guaranteeing that they're going to take a pause. But when he says, hey, that banks are doing okay, banks are strong, well, that means he could hit us with more rate hikes. There's a segment here I want to read to you that shares with you, though, one of the reasons why Powell is like, yo, will rate hikes really fix this problem? Interest rates and economic susceptibility. Powell noted that the economy might less affected by interest rates than in the past. Companies with access to the bond market have extended their debt terms, making them less sensitive to rate hikes. Very true. Similarly, homeowners with long-term fixed-rate mortgages are not feeling the impact of higher rates. That's very true. Think of everyone who had already bought a car, already bought a home. They're not affected by these high rates. They just have to keep their car in good shape and keep living in their home. The higher rates are just affecting new purchasers of homes and new purchasers of cars, whether those cars be used or new cars. So the rate hikes, yes, bad. They're affecting credit card rates, which is higher than the debt we saw before Rona levels at a higher rate now. So yes, you've got higher credit card rates. Yes, you have higher auto and home loans. But not everyone is buying a home or a car at these high rates. A lot of people that bought during the early part of the pandemic got some really juicy rates. So Jerome's out there going, yo, housing is bad. So if we raise rates more, are we really going to be fixing the problem with housing? Because if most of the people are already locked in juicy rates, it's not going to have that much of a market effect. However, Powell acknowledged that interest-sensitive sectors like housing durable good purchases have been affected. They have, but not at the rate that we would like. That's why rent is still high. That's why shelter is still high. That's why we break down the CPI reports. That's why you hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out. Because when we do live, we learn. That's what this channel is all about. Now, if you want to watch the house, I will have this link down below in the description, along with all my other articles that I use. So yeah, check it out. If you want to scope on the house today, maybe we get lucky and they kind of show us this next session of video. If they do, maybe I'll live stream it. But I will have these linked down below so that you can check it out. Because remember, the longer that the House spends voting on Speaker of the House, the less time they have to work on legislative action. The biggest one right now being the debt. The debt, government funding, mid-November. All right, so we got to keep that in mind. But I'll have these linked here if you want to check them out yourself. But today's about celebrating the green. Irish green, money green, cash green, lining your pockets green. Are you taking profits? Are you adding more to your hodl stack? You let me know. I just realized, I'm covered in dog hair. That's what happens when you have a whole bunch of puppy doggies. But today's move is a little different. Today's move has more oomph than previous ones, and that's why I'm excited. I'm excited because you're starting to see some life being breathed into the market. Now, I'm still of the personal belief that this is not going to last. Why monetary conditions still suck? They didn't change overnight. We're just getting some bullish optimism regarding that ETF. Now, once the ETF gets approved, is it buy the rumor and sell the news? Will people start unloading and dumping, causing the market now to retrace? Part of me thinks yes, but I'm not going to get caught up in that right now. What I am going to get caught up in, though, is watching volume, and watching volume from where. I want to see where is this pump coming from, right? Are the Korean exchanges getting in on BTC ETF pump news? Is this only coming from Western and Eurozone places? I'm going to start digging to see if there's any trends that I can spot and identify. Speaker of the House action could be pretty good for crypto. We just got to see who comes out victorious, but the longer they take, that's less time they have on fixing some of these problems that could bring the market back red. But we're not going to talk about red today. We're just going to talk about green. And Sailor being nuts AF, now in the green AF. Irish Sailor? Come on now, everyone. All right, today's an important day. Why? Got a bike today on my path to my 6-hour ultra marathon, and I'm going to lift today. You cool cats, keep watching the charts and look for more updates today. I'll catch y'all later.